You're putting in the effort, showing up to the gym, trying to eat better, maybe even watching fitness content regularly. Yet deep down you feel like your progress is slower than it should be or not happening at all. And the truth is that in most cases, it's not because you're lazy or doing nothing, but because you're making small mistakes that quietly cancel out your hard work. And in this video, we're going to go through 10 fitness mistakes you must avoid if you actually want to see consistent and long-term results, because once you identify and fix these, everything starts to change. The first mistake is focusing only on exercise while ignoring nutrition. Your body is built and shaped more by what you eat than how much you train. You can spend hours in the gym, but if your diet is full of excess calories, processed foods, or not enough protein, you will either not lose fat or fail to build muscle properly. Many people think they're eating healthy but don't realize how calorie-dense certain foods are, or they underestimate portion sizes. The solution is to become more aware of what you're eating. Prioritize whole foods like lean protein, vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats. If needed, track your intake for a few weeks to understand your habits. The second mistake is inconsistency, one of the biggest reasons people fail in fitness. Doing workouts randomly, skipping days, or being motivated only for a short period will never give you lasting results. Your body responds to repeated effort over time, not occasional bursts of intensity. Even if your workouts are not perfect, showing up regularly is far more important than doing everything perfectly for a few days and then stopping. The third mistake is doing too much cardio and neglecting strength training, especially if your goal is fat loss. Many people believe that the more they sweat and the longer they run, the faster they will lose fat. But excessive cardio can actually slow down your metabolism and cause muscle loss, which makes your body look less toned. Strength training helps you build muscle, which increases your metabolism and improves body composition. A balanced approach is always better than relying only on cardio. The fourth mistake is lifting weights with poor form or letting your ego control your training. Trying to lift heavier weights than you can handle often leads to bad technique, reduced effectiveness, and higher risk of injury. Instead of chasing numbers, focus on controlled movements, proper posture, and mind-muscle connection so the right muscles are targeted during each exercise. The fifth mistake is not getting enough rest and recovery, something many people underestimate. Your muscles don't grow during the workout itself, but during recovery. If you're not sleeping well, not taking rest days, or constantly pushing your body without giving it time to repair, you will eventually hit a plateau or even regress. Quality sleep, proper rest days, and managing stress are just as important as your workouts. The sixth mistake is not having a clear plan or goal, because going to the gym without direction leads to random workouts and random results. If you don't know what you're trying to achieve, you won't know how to train properly for it. Whether your goal is fat loss, muscle gain, or overall fitness, you need a structured plan that includes progression so you can track improvements over time. The seventh mistake is expecting fast results and losing patience too quickly. Fitness is not a quick process, and real transformation takes time, consistency, and discipline. Social media often shows unrealistic results, which can make you feel like you're not progressing when in reality you are. So instead of focusing only on the mirror, focus on strength gains, energy levels, and how consistent you've been over weeks and months. The eighth mistake is not applying progressive overload, meaning you're not gradually increasing the challenge on your body. If you keep doing the same exercises with the same weights and the same intensity, your body adapts and stops improving. To continue progressing, you need to increase weight, reps, sets, or intensity over time, so your muscles are constantly challenged. The ninth mistake is ignoring hydration, which might seem small but has a big impact on your performance and recovery. Even mild dehydration can reduce your strength, endurance, and focus during workouts. So make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day, and especially around your training sessions. And the 10th mistake is constantly comparing yourself to others, which can damage your motivation and confidence. Everyone has a different starting point, genetics, lifestyle, and timeline. Comparing your progress to someone else's highlight reel is not only unfair but also discouraging. Instead, you should focus on your own journey and aim to improve step by step. And beyond these 10 mistakes, there are also deeper habits that many people overlook, such as not warming up properly before workouts, which increases the risk of injury and reduces performance, or not cooling down and stretching, which can affect flexibility and recovery. Another common issue is relying too much on supplements while ignoring the basics. Supplements can support your fitness journey, but they cannot replace proper nutrition, training, and recovery. Many beginners also fall into the trap of program hopping, where they keep changing workouts every week, thinking they need something new to see results, when in reality, consistency with a good program is what brings progress. Another mistake is training without intensity or focus, where you go through the motions without really challenging yourself or paying attention to your form. This kind of training might feel like effort, but it doesn't create the stimulus needed for real change. And sometimes people also neglect mental discipline, which is a huge part of fitness. Staying consistent when you don't feel like it, making the right food choices when tempted, and pushing through difficult workouts are all part of the process. And if you can build that discipline over time, you will not only transform your body but also your mindset. So the key takeaway from this video is that success in fitness is not about doing extreme things, but about avoiding common mistakes and mastering the basics. If you can fix your nutrition, stay consistent, train smart, recover properly, and remain patient, you will start seeing results that actually last. So take a moment to honestly evaluate your current routine. Identify which of these mistakes you might be making, and start working on them one by one, because even small improvements can lead to significant changes over time. And remember, fitness is a long-term journey, not a short-term challenge. So focus on building habits that you can maintain for life rather than looking for quick fixes. Because at the end of the day, the people who succeed are not the ones who start strong, but the ones who stay consistent and keep improving no matter how slow the progress may seem.